Wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, and thanks everybody who's joining us tonight on Christmas Eve. This isn't our usual time, but I figured, why the hell not? We decided to stay home and we went to hang out with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So let's check out who's here at the moment. We've got Marco. We've got East Coast Ghost, Matt Conklin, William Hornbustle, our good friend Joe Kasperick, Neil McKenzie, Marco, and Angelo. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. You, my friend, get a lightsaber salute. Thank you. Appreciate that. Who else do we have here? Jason Beecher. Hello, my friend. Ron Crow, member of the Adventure Guild. Sorry, tongue-tied. And who else is here? James McCann. How are you? Dan Stan, EDC. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you.
I think everybody's here.
Geek Machinist, my friend Elijah. How are you, buddy? Robin Dallum, who's a channel member. Welcome in. Welcome in. Rachel Jordan, welcome in. Who else we got? Who else is here? Matt Conklin, hello there. Robert Jones, channel member. How are you, buddy? Mo Patty EDC. Hello there, Mo Patty. Who else we got? Burnt Relic, hello. Paul Mills, channel member. Hello. EDC King, welcome in. Cliff Brott, welcome in, buddy. Who else is here? I think we got everybody for now. As more people come in, we'll say hello. So not bad, not a bad start. 23 people watching. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So, is everybody ready for Christmas?
Hi, Cliff.
Boomanani Ninja, hello there. Welcome in and Merry Christmas. So, I got to tell you, I am not ready for Christmas. I have not been, I'm usually the one out of the two of us who's overly thrilled. I love everything Christmas. I just didn't feel it this year. It's not like me. We didn't even put up a tree. So we're going to forego that. We didn't do our decorations. Just not a good ending to the year. I'm just not happy. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to hang out with everybody. Figure maybe if everybody else is in Christmas spirit, maybe it'll get me into the mood. So both of us did last minute shopping. A little funny story. We're sitting on the couch last weekend and she's looking at her phone. I'm looking at my phone. And she says to me, she goes, "Is it wrong that I'm supposed to be Christmas shopping for you, but I'm Christmas shopping for me?" And I literally just turned my phone around and said, "Guess what? I'm Christmas shopping on Amazon for me too."
Yeah.
So I think we bought more presents for ourselves than we did for each other this year.
I bought myself 3 pairs of earrings, and that was probably about it.
Okay, so I bought more presents for me than she did for her.
He did.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
But
Oops, I thought I turned that off. Sorry.
no, we did not.
I thought I did.
So, how's everybody doing tonight? Like I said, is everybody ready? Did everybody complete their shopping? And, Robin, this is the first year I haven't really felt it. Like, honestly, I just, not, I don't know why. I don't know if it was just, we between my sister-in-law coming down with cancer and Jen lost 2 of her friends recently. So it's kind of a bummer, at the end of the year, but,
Oh.
Mo Patty, you haven't wrapped presents.
That's going to happen after this for me. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have to... I don't even wrap anymore, though. I do gift bags. So that's my advice. If you are doing anything last minute, just throw them in gift bags and hand them out.
Just so you know, that's not the camera. The camera's up there.
I know that.
Okay.
But I'm looking at this to look at the chat.
Oh, okay.
And then I look up there.
Gotcha. So...
I'm sorry, Gary. Sorry. Wednesday also wants to come in.
Yes. You can let her in if you want.
All right. I'll be back, guys.
She's going to let the cat in the room. But, like, what'll happen is, this is the way this works every year. Because I don't know where to hide her Christmas gifts. So I kind of just stick them in my car. And she never goes into my car. We usually take her car everywhere. So what'll happen is, once she falls asleep, I will be running to my car and coming in the house and wrapping her presents. That's generally how it works. And they magically appear overnight. I think it's Santa. It's not really me. So, Josh, 304, welcome in. Brown Sugar, hello. Merry Christmas. Gary Graham, I didn't say hello to you. Welcome in and Merry Christmas. So that's how it's going to work, basically. She's going to go to sleep. I'm going to put on my favorite Christmas movie ever, Santa Conquers the Martians, that I watch every year on Christmas Eve.
Can attest.
Yep. So that will be playing later. If you've never seen Santa Conquers the Martians, it's mid-60s B-movie wonderfulness. You've got the worst makeup Martians ever taking Santa back to their planet so that way he can entertain the kids of Mars. But let us digress. That's where it goes. And if you don't have the movie, you can find it right on YouTube. I happen to own an HD copy, but it's in the public domain, so it's such an old movie at this point, and it's out there, and it's wonderful. So I will be watching
Or something.
Red One was a good movie, Rachel. I watched that last year, and I was shocked how much I enjoyed that movie. In fact, I may watch it again tomorrow. So I don't know, but that was a fun movie. I thought. You didn't see it, did you? I watched it by myself, I think.
I think you did. I don't remember seeing it, but
We have to watch that then, because you'll like it. It's got The Rock. Everybody loves The Rock. You know.
Sure.
I mean, not CM Punk necessarily, but everybody loves The Rock.
Okay. So.
Gaidita Oso, welcome. I'm glad you came by. That's awesome. So, and like I told you on EDC with DVD's live stream, you are welcome here, and this is a no judgment zone. We don't get into politics, we don't get into religion, we just talk knives, have fun talking EDC, and tonight we're going to talk about everything because this is just a fun, extra kind of show. So, and I'm glad everybody's here to hang out. I will show you a couple of things that came this week. That's not true. I didn't get a lot that I was going to show tonight. We got some stuff we'll show off on the Sunday show, but I'll show you a couple of things that came in that were really kind of cool. First, we got these knives off of Whatnot, fixed blades. We got this guy, this Damascus looking fixed blade in a Nessmuck style with a beautiful purple and cream colored handle. Look at that. Now, this is the thing about Whatnot. This is a well-built knife. It's a mystery steel. It's not a real Damascus. It's made to look like a Damascus, but when you get to the top and you look along the spine, it's got a Damascus print here, but then it's not Damascus here, but it's a full tang. So it's a fake Damascus. Neither which bothers me. I kind of had a feeling it was going to be, because I mean, literally these knives you could pick up like on the Whatnot auctions for like $5, but it's just really nice. And then I picked up, and it's got this, okay, leather sheath. Then I picked up another one because I can't resist these knives because I just think the handles look so cool. Check this one out in that beautiful orange and yellow handle, wooden handle. And just kind of a drop point, It does have some cool zigzag jimping on top. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but right there you can probably see it. That jimping zigzags. So it really does hold the thumb nicely, and you get a nice, more than full 4-finger grip on that. But again, this is another one of those fake Damascus. It's made to look like Damascus, but when you look at the spine, you've got a Damascus pattern here, but then nothing here. So they obviously etched the Damascus pattern after it was built. But the pins are level. The fit and finish is excellent. If it just didn't give it away that was a fake Damascus. But again, I don't mind because that's really got an awesome looking handle. Like I said, you wind up getting these. They do these dollar and goes. And if you're like me, I kind of go into the rooms on Whatnot that have like 5 or 6 people to start and they're just looking to sell to get their auction started. Because I don't know exactly how Whatnot works, but they're all trying to get to 1,000 sales. And then I think something happens at 1,000. I really don't know.
I don't know.
But so they're trying to make quick sales. So you can pick these up for like I'm seriously like $5 on a dollar and go. Definitely worth it. And they're sharp. They're very sharp. That's really all that kind of came in. No, this knife, this Master USA, which is Chinese made, this came in. And this thing is a gas station knife if I've ever seen one.
It's okay, Josh.
That's all right, Josh. So this is a gas station knife. I did not buy this one. This was a winner's mystery knife giveaway. So this came in. So for a free knife, it's at least cool looking. You know, the handle, not even FR in it. It's just pure plastic. Listen to this. Pure plastic. Mystery stainless steel. But it was free. You know, it's an assisted knife. I mean, not going to complain for free.
Come here. Do you want to be on camera? Come on. Hi, Bluminati.
TSA has an exclusive RoseCraft.
Pre-order.
James McCann, TSA? Am I missing what dealer that is?
Gary Graham, our cat's name is Wednesday.
Yep. She's a little black, completely black cat who's nothing but trouble, but we love her. William Hornbustle, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Stephen Parks, welcome in. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Douglas Wagner, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, who else is here? All right, I think you carried the RT500 today. Very cool. Very cool. Shay, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my friend? So I was in Shay's live stream last night, and he was playing guitar.
Oh, cool.
He was making up songs about knives as he was playing, which was pretty funny. It was a good time. Always a good time with Shay's live stream. Shay, hold on 1 second. I got to make you a mod, so that way you can share your channel. Of course, I can't see. There he is. All right.
Come on.
Oops. All right, Shay. So I made you a mod. At least I hope it took. And if you want, drop your channel link. And anybody who's got a channel, please share your links. You know, we can all help each other grow. YouTube Please 29. Hello there.
You added Nightbot. People could drop them from entering a drop command. Okay.
I got rid of Nightbot, so Nightbot shouldn't be there.
Right, but they're saying that if you did that, you could have people. You could just program Nightbot to drop the links automatically.
Oh, yes. Gotcha. SC Knife Monkey, welcome in, my friend and channel member. How are you, buddy? Shay's did not take as a mod. Hold on. Add as Okay. So Shay, you should be a moderator now. Donald Milinovich, hello there. Welcome in. DC Conj Waves, hello there. Wyvern Kodiak, my friend, hello there. How's everybody? So we still have people coming in. We've got 44 people hanging out. That's awesome on a Christmas Eve. You know, if anybody's traveling, be safe. If anybody's traveling tomorrow, definitely be safe. You know, man, we had a snowstorm. What was it? 2 days ago? It was yesterday.
I don't know. There's been so much snow this year. It's
No, it was the other day. We had a snowstorm the other day, and I was driving to work.
oh, that was Tuesday.
Yep. Ramses Silent gifting a membership. Ramses, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And who got the membership? James McCann. Welcome. You're now a channel member. That's awesome. So now what that means is James, on Sunday when we do our membership monthly knife giveaway, he'll be eligible. And if anybody else wants to join, Sunday night we're going to have our monthly members knife giveaway. So anybody who joins will be eligible to enter in for that.
Hi, Bill. I see you in the chat. Hello.
My buddy Bill?
Yep. Enjoy being at your nephew's.
KR Knives, hello there. Welcome in.
I saw the pictures earlier. It looks like you're having a fantastic time.
Robert Jones, channel member, hello there and welcome in. By the way, KR Knives is also a channel member. The very first channel member, by the way. So I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody. So yeah, so like I was saying, we had a snowstorm the other day. And at one point, I was like, oh, it's not bad out here. And I started to get up a little too fast. I was doing about 45, 50 in that area. And all of a sudden, my car started to fishtail. And I was literally going from side to side. But I was smart enough. I didn't jam on the brakes at all. I just kept calm and I just kept counter steering. And after about, what it felt like forever, but it was probably about 5 to 10 seconds, I finally caught control of the car and I slowed down. And the rest of the way, I drove to work at like 20 miles an hour. But I'm not kidding. I literally wound up in a ditch on either side within like a foot. I was like, whoa. The only other time I ever lost control of a car like that was I had borrowed my stepmom's and she had this big Delta. No, it wasn't a Delta 88. It was a Ford LTD. Big giant box of a thing. Front wheel drive, and I got caught in a snowstorm. And with that one, I just literally skid right off the road. That was the only other time I lost control like that, you know? But man, I guess between just me reacting right and with the all-wheel drive catching it, grabbing in, we managed to keep it on the road, and then it was fine. And speaking of snow, we've got a major storm coming in Friday night into Saturday. They're talking about 8 to 12 inches for us. And when my buddy Bill lives in Shahola, PA, they'll probably get 2 feet. Because every time we get like 6 inches, add 6 more inches to them, or basically double. So try driving in West Virginia. I have only been in West Virginia once, actually. And what's really funny about that, I just filled out the West Virginia tourism guide to have them send me a guide, because there looks like to be some really cool places, some beautiful parks with waterfalls and stuff, and looks like a nice place to go vacation. So
Fred, us? Are you talking about? Where are we?
Oh, we live in Sussex, New Jersey, or in Sussex County, New Jersey, and I was on my way to Middletown, New York. So I was probably, I want to say it was around Westtown, New York, is where I started to fishtail it.
Okay. The only time that I think I've been to West Virginia is when we went, it was the year we went to Baltimore, and then we drove out. We went to Shepherdstown, I think. Remember that one? Or were we ghost hunting at that point?
I don't We did go into. We went into West Virginia, right, to go ghost hunting,
Right.
and I forgot about that.
But we went to Shepherdstown, and what I remember was it was a restaurant that was built into into an old bank. I don't think it's there anymore, but that was really good food. I remember the dessert.
Yeah, interesting thing, Josh, that you sing about that. In that song, he is not actually singing about the state of West Virginia. He's actually talking about the western part of Virginia. You can actually look that up. He wasn't, and people make that mistake. He was not talking about West Virginia, the state. So he was actually talking about the western part of Virginia. Most people don't realize that, but it's the truth. Let's see, who else is here? Ah, you gave Santa toys to assemble. I got you there, Bill. Understood. Which that kind of reminds me of a Christmas story from when I was a kid. So when I lived in New York City, in Brooklyn, we lived in the middle of the block, and my grandmother lived at the end of the block, and my other grandparents lived down the block the other way. So we were kind of like right in the middle. And it was Christmas Eve, and we go to my grandmother's on my mother's side for dinner. In the middle of it, my dad mysteriously feels sick and has to leave, right? He's like, I'm going to go home. I don't feel good. We go home. Oh, I should say he goes home. We stay there. We have dessert and everything. Eventually we leave, right? And we get home. As soon as I open up the front door, walk in, my kitchen table is covered with a giant sheet. And I'm like, what? I look at my dad. Now, mind you, I'm a little kid at the time, probably 7 or 8 years old. And I look at my dad. I'm like, what the hell's that? I didn't say, what the hell's that? That's what I thought, though. I said, what's that? Because I would have got killed if I would have said, what's the hell's that at that point? But I walk in, and I'm just looking, and they're like, it's nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Well, what had happened was, my dad went home to assemble an AFX slot car track and then covered it with a sheet. So I go home, and in my family, because we had to travel the next day to my aunt's house, which was in Queens, we didn't have time to exchange my gifts Christmas morning. I would get all my gifts right at midnight on Christmas. It did two things. One, on the years we weren't traveling, my parents liked to sleep in late, so I didn't have to bother them waking them up. I already had my presents, so I could just start playing first thing in the morning. You know, it was that kind of thing. But I'd always get my gifts at midnight. So at midnight, I'm getting all these gifts, and I'm still wondering what the hell is under the sheet on the table. And finally, my dad was like, and Santa left this. And of course, I'm a little kid. I'm like, oh my God, look what Santa left. Look what he left. Right? And I'm like playing with the cars.
If you whack me in the head,
I'm not going to whack you in the head. I'm not going to whack you in the head.
You've come close like 3 times already.
Sorry.
So anyway,
it's the Italian in me.
I know.
With my hands.
I
get excited.
I am familiar with you.
So we pull this thing off, and I've got the cars, and it's plugged in. Where I'm sitting there racing with the car. It's like 1 a.m. when my parents finally said, "You have to go to bed." Next morning, first thing, I get up, I throw together a bowl of cereal, I eat, and I'm like, cars going around the track. Oh, it was so much fun. There was also a time that my parents pulled a dirty trick on me. Oh, no. They take me to Toys R Us at the time, and at this point, I'm really little. I'm probably, I'm probably like 5 years old. And we're walking through Toys R Us, and my parents are literally picking up toys off the shelf, and they're like, hey, and my dad's best friend's name was Lenny. He was like, do you think Lenny's kid would like this? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I want one of those. And then my parents would go down the aisle and be like, hey, you think Lenny's kid would like this? We have to get him a gift. And they're like, we told Lenny and Betty that we would help them buy presents for their kid. And I'm like 5 years old. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And I'm in that little, that little chair, that little seat in the, so I maybe was even young. I was able to fit in that little chair in the shopping cart.
Okay.
So they're showing me gifts, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Like G.I. Joe figures, all this cool stuff, right? I find out Christmas morning, everything they bought that night was really for me. They bought it all for me, but had me believing it was for someone else. So, of course, as I'm opening up, I'm like, wow, this looks familiar. Oh, my God, I got the same gift as Lenny's kid. I couldn't believe how coincidental it was. I got all the same gifts as Lenny's kid.
Oh my god, that is too funny. So, you two police, we have been married for 19 years. It's gonna be our 20th next year.
Yep. And yeah, but we've been together, what, 20 and a half years?
No, we've been together
21.
since.
Right?
It'll be 2021?
Mm-hmm.
21.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So.
I have to remember because he can't ever get the
No.
date.
Let's hold on. Let's cut the crap here. My wife has no memory whatsoever.
I remember dates.
I remember everything. What's my nickname? What's my nickname that you and Michael call me?
Oh, elephant brain.
Why?
Because he remembers everything.
There you go.
Right, but he gets confused with
No, I can tell you exactly when we got together. It was January of 2005.
Right, and then tell them what happens every time you talk about.
That's just because I invert two numbers in my head.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was gonna explain that.
Yeah.
So he keeps telling us that we've been married, or we got married in the 8th month because our anniversary is October 8th. So he does like 8th October in his head. So.
But no, I'm the one who I remember everything. I have a ridiculous memory. Like I very rarely, and this is not a brag, but I very rarely lose trivia games because I just am full of the most stupid knowledge. I remember things. Like even in conversations, like I can recall conversations we've had, and I don't just like know what she said. I literally can see the words in my mind's eye. Like I have that good a memory, you know?
Oh, that's cool, Wyvern.
What was that?
His anniversary is October 10th.
Oh, wow. And
or theirs.
Right. And that's ours.
Yeah. Well,
that's awesome. So that means I know two people now. Because what you call it? My friends in Brooklyn got married the same day as us, same exact day. Which is why half my Brooklyn friends chose to go because they knew them longer.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
But yeah.
Oh, congratulations, you two, please. That's fantastic.
That is awesome. Kevin Smith and Knives, hello there. October 9th. Look at that.
October's a fantastic month to have an anniversary. It's also happens to be a fantastic month to have a birthday because my birthday is 5 days before our anniversary. So.
Which I was made very aware of this when we were dating that
I want 2 presents.
Right, she wants 2 presents. We can't combine her birthday and anniversary because they have to be separate.
We should have crashed their wedding. That would have been funny.
That would have been. Who else is there? Anybody did I miss? Anybody else come in? Nope.
We have a birthday October 4th. I'm telling you, October is a fantastic month to have a birthday.
And you had
October.
Very nice.
31st.
Very cool, Gary. So we got very lucky because we got married in October, and October could be iffy. The day we got married, it was literally 70 degrees out, sunny, and we had an outdoor wedding, and it was the most beautiful weather. And it was really cool because it was that time of year where all the leaves had been changing. So you had the bright oranges and reds in the falls. And we got married in Pennsylvania in the Poconos at a place called Shawnee Resort. Shawnee used to be at one time one of the biggest golf resorts in the country. And then where all the presidents and celebrities used to go in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and even into the 60s. But then that died off as people started to travel more by plane. But it's a beautiful resort, and it sits right on the Delaware River. So the hotel faces out, and you have the mountains and the river, and we just had the most picturesque day that you could possibly imagine. So it was a fun time.
It really was. But the room that we had was like boiling hot, and I don't know why. But so we had to keep the terrace doors open, and people had to go out and walk outside. It was like 20 degrees cooler outside than it was in the room. It was insane. But
Dragoon LSK, hello there, channel member and friend. How are you? Dragoon, speaking of LSK, have you talked to Marshall or Marissa lately? I haven't talked to them in a while. I probably talked to them, I want to say end of the summer. I talked to Marissa. Just wondering how they're doing. I'll reach out to them this week, but just curious. Can't remember the dates. My wife gets a birthday month. It's November. Now that's funny.
well, Kevin Smith, I hope everything works out. I mean, I think sometimes if you need to, kind of figure things out, it sounds like you guys are, taking your time and working through it. And I hope that there's a resolution that you both can live with. So
Yeah, sometimes you just need a little space.
yeah.
Everybody's different.
Oh, William, we know where Mount Airy is. Have you been there since it switched over to the casino? It's been a while.
Yeah, Mount Airy had shut down and they gutted it, and now it's a casino and a resort, and it's beautiful. Gone are the days of the champagne-shaped hot tubs and the heart-shaped pools and all that good stuff. All that cheesy 70s, fake romance. And now it's just a beautiful resort, and the casino's great. If you like casinos. We happen to like casinos.
We do.
But,
Thanks, Ed. Gordon. It's his shirt. Merry Christmas.
oh yeah, we can show the shirt. It's going to be backwards because we're shooting on cam. But it's my Merry Christmas shirt. As those who are regulars here know how much I love Kiss, and so every year it's a Merry Christmas.
He wears it every year.
At one point, I don't necessarily wear it on Christmas Day every year or
No.
Christmas Eve, but yes, during
You
the
wear
Christmas
it.
season.
You wear it at least once during the Christmas season.
Oh yeah, yep. I wore it to work today. We had a very early leaving day today, and we basically did nothing. I took pictures with an animated Santa Claus at work. Stuff like that. I lost in Whamageddon because one of my idiot coworkers decided that he was going to set up a QR code that would bring somebody to Wham's Last Christmas. So I don't know if anybody plays the Whamageddon game, but if you do, the idea is to start on December 1st and make it all the way to Christmas without hearing Wham's Last Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, and my friend Larry at work, who I use the term friend loosely at this point, he is going to get his. But he prints out this QR code and leaves it on the printer. So that way, again, I don't know why I'm going to call him a friend at this point, but my friend Martin picks up a bunch of paperwork off the printer and sees it and says, "Oh, what's this? Let me scan it." And scans it. And sure enough, I hear Last Christmas playing. I got so mad that I threw my apple at Martin and hit him right in the arm. I hit him so hard with it, it dented my apple. I work in a very non-corporate place, and we all had a good laugh about it. But if I worked in a corporate environment, I would have been fired.
Years ago.
Years ago. But yes, I got so mad. I lost and got Whamageddon. It was terrible.
I did it to myself a couple weeks ago. I was watching videos and I made the mistake of putting the volume up, and I whammed myself. So my entry into Wham Holla was December 12th at like 11:50 something. It was a Friday night.
So Gary, you work at a junkyard. So what knife do you carry to work? I'm sure you have a hard-working knife. Yeah, Douglas, that's, you know, that would be me too.
I am HR.
She is HR in her company, but
I'm the good fun part. I'm the beginning part. I work in recruiting, so I get the bright shiny beginnings, and I don't have to worry about
okay, the RT
the
500.
ends.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I will put it to you this way. My company, we're 16 employees. It's a small company. We've been around since 1940. It's been a family-owned company. Not my family, but they treat me like family, so I can't complain. But with that being said, the day I got hired, right? Now, mind you, at one point with this company, I was in sales, and I was on the sales floor. Now I work in the offices and whatnot, on the back end of things. Weldon Carey, hello, my buddy. How are you? So with that, I get hired, and I hear people dropping f-bombs in the back office, and I turn and look at my manager at the time, right? Company owner. I look at him and I'm like, what? And he looks at me, he goes, no, no, no. He goes, you could curse all you want back here and away from customers on the sales floor. He goes, but if I ever hear you curse on the sales floor, he goes, I'm going to punch you in the dick. That was my introduction to my job.
Illuminati, we are still called HR. I work for a Japanese organization, and they don't adopt changes like that easily. I know that there are a lot of organizations that are moving to that people and culture title. We are still HR.
Gotcha, Dragoon. Gotcha there. J1 Doobie, hello, my friend. How are ya? Wow, that's pretty good. We've got 40 people in the chat, and we've got 40 likes. Awesome. Now, for some reason, yes, the Kiss knives looked really cool. That set's kind of pricey, though. For a company I'm not very aware of, I was actually showing those to Dylan Mallory because he's also a huge Kiss fan. They sold out of the Gene Simmons cleaver, but they still have the 4-knife set left. So, but
And you too, YouTube police. You have a fantastic holiday.
we appreciate you stopping by. That is so awesome. And everybody, if you know, if you're not able to stay and you're traveling, whatever, everybody just be safe. You know, it can be crazy out there on the holidays. So, but so what's everybody carrying for Christmas Eve? I posted my carry, but in case you didn't see it on Instagram, I will show you. I am carrying. Oops, sorry.
I told you.
I am carrying the Essie Izulu, and this is in the zombie green, and I added the black G10 scales to it. I figured Grinch green, I'm calling it today. But great knife. I was carrying that. And let's not stab you. And to accompany that, I'm carrying the also green, the 704 gear dynamo. So I'm doing a Christmas green type of theme. My flashlight, and I really need to get a different green, but this is my green Olight Arcfeld. This is the Arcfeld UV. I was carrying that. What I really need is one of the Olight lime green or the zombie flashlights to match that color.
Wyvern, I hope your daughter feels better soon. My nephew had the flu earlier, like last weekend into the beginning of this week. He had flu A, so he's getting over it now. He's feeling better, but I hope your daughter feels better. And Shay, I love that. I want to get the googly eyes and just stick them all over my sister-in-law's house. Just in like places that she wouldn't look normally. And just see how long it takes her to find them. Or maybe the tiny little the tiny little ducks. You can get ducks that are like this big on Amazon, so I want to do that. But I think that's hysterical.
So Gary Graham's got the RT500, the Military 2, the Urban, the Delica 4, the Tenacious 3. Oh, Tenacious 3 axes, Springfield XD, Subcompact, and Mod 2. Okay, that's a pretty full carry. That's a big carry.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you have a very tight belt, because my pants, when because of everything I carry, it probably has about 3 pounds of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Hi,
you
girly.
you want to get in on the conversation too?
Mm-hmm. Robin, I would also do grocery store products and stuff, but what I used to do is, because I'm a grammar nerd because I write, I would go up and I would fix the punctuation on signs. Like, I've ripped apostrophes off where they shouldn't be and all of that sort of stuff. People get really mad when you do that, at least in public. But I'm right there with you. Googly eyes on the
Ed Gordon,
on the products, I think would be fantastic too.
Welcome in, Ed. I didn't see you here before. Merry Christmas. And you are carrying the Kaiser Mini Harpoon with the S45 steel blade with purple haze. Wow, that's a nice knife right there.
And then Wyvern has a Blaurock BRB4XL and Machine Wise Sonora.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hi, Crows Blades. I see you.
Misadventure really only has 2 knives, and sorry, she's got 3.
I have 3.
Yeah, you've got your grandma's knife.
Okay, I have my grandma's.
You've got grandma's knife right there.
Grandma's knife.
She has a. You can go get your other knife too.
This is the one that he.
I restored that one.
Restored. So let me go get the other one.
She's gonna go get her other knife.
The one that I know of.
Right. Well, the other one is. I think the other one's in that bin. See, she doesn't carry her knives because she can't carry them to work.
No, I can't.
She has to go through a metal detector, so she can't carry them to work. So she kind of leaves her knives here, which is funny because she's always asking me, "Can I have a knife?" To open packages or whatever. Brian Kerr, welcome in. How are you, buddy?
You don't go through a metal detector.
I thought you did.
No, they just. I mean, once somebody's murdered at your work site, they have a tendency to frown upon you bringing weapons. So.
Well, it's a tool, it's not a weapon.
They don't see it that way. So this is the carrying case. It says Dream. This is the one that was built by the women-owned company, right?
Yep.
I don't know if everybody can see it, but it's really, really pretty.
Put your hand behind it, and then they can usually see it better.
Helps if maybe I move it up too. But So that's what it looks like. He got this for me at the last
knife show.
Knife show, yeah.
I went to. Yep.
I really like this one. I use it a lot. For me, a lot.
Right. I know Missing People's carries. Dragoon has the Chavez 229, the Kickstop Custom Manual, very nice. The Concept Raven Damascus, the Guardian 3.2 Magna Cut, and the new Concept Bison Crossbar Lock.
Did you read Robin's?
Right
above it.
Robin's got, the Devco 20.5 and 3V, very nice. The Vero Mini Nova, and the Mallory Design Terramundi Ray, very nice. Love Mallory's knives. I've got 4 of his designs, and I'm going to get in on the new Kickstarter. So.
And then I think William also has what does he have? A Thunder Beast Artisan in the 5th Cobra Tech OTF CRKT
Necker knife, yep. The Arkfeld Pro. And so much more. And yet, wait, there's more. Yep. We will not have a kazoo. I promise you folks, there will be no kazoo. But get out of hand and we can add a kazoo.
We own the kazoo.
The kazoo's right here. This kazoo is waiting for you guys one day to get out of hand. And I will play it, I swear. But until then, it stays in case of emergency, break glass.
Or rip plastic.
Or for some reason, if Rob runs out of kazoos and calls me up and says, I need a kazoo, I'll have to send it down to him. What's this company again? I always forget. Oh, Beyond Blades. That's it. Beyond Blades.
A G10 Sharpie? What's that?
What they do is they take a Sharpie marker and they replace the felt tip with a hard G10, which is the same material as that.
Oh.
So if you can just carry it, and if for some reason you need to poke somebody in self-defense, like somebody decides, hey, we're gonna attack you in the hallway.
Oh, it's like all of those
tactical pens that I have.
The safety ones that I see online that do like all of the safety stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have the ones that have like the blades hidden in combs and not knives. This is what we're talking about, but in pens, in like all of those sorts of things.
Yeah, so they take the Sharpie and they take that tip out.
Okay.
And then they replace it with a G10.
Okay.
And the good thing about that is you're going through metal detectors, there's nothing metal in it. So.
Okay.
Yep, see, I've shredded it and it looks like a pen. Absolutely. Weld, what are you carrying today, buddy?
I can neither confirm nor deny that, Joe. I'm not here when he's by himself.
What's that?
That you play the kazoo like crazy.
No, the kazoo is still wrapped up. And anyway, there's all kinds of guitars in this room. So if anything is going to be played, it's going to be a guitar. It could be my stylophone synthesizer, that sort of thing.
He's got drums that I got him a couple years ago.
Electric drums. Yeah, could play bass. You know, I have one of the Arcania from Zelda that I could play, which I don't know where that is. I thought it was up there, but
I don't know what you do with all this stuff.
I thought it. Did I move it over here? I thought it was over here, maybe. No. What's up, the baby? You want to come on? You want to come on camera? Come here. Come here. Come here.
So it looks like Weldon carrying his Usalong folder and Rivalry MFG 0 today.
Nice. The Rivery Manufacturing, nice. Neil McKenzie, he's got the Ferrenford Zelix, the CJRB Mini Pyrite, the Tiny Sog on a key ring, nice. The Nikron C1 Lite, and the Ruger P345. Boo, I got tongue tied there. EDC band, there you go. Got a little. Come here. She was trying to see what I was looking for.
I know. Come here, girly.
What?
Come here. Do you want to come up here?
More than a headache? Yeah, we went right on anything. Gotcha.
Come here. You want to be on camera?
Nice. The Mini FSD, or the Orlock, and the Bug Out today.
Cool.
You know, it's so funny. Our community is so divided on Benchmade. You either love Benchmade or you hate Benchmade. There's very few in between. I happen to love Benchmade. I've got 2 Bug Outs. I've got 5 Benchmade knives. And I like them all. Granted, they're too expensive for what they are, you know. But periodically, how I got all mine, I waited for specials. You know, because like, you know, they'll do that once a year special, or there'll be one on clearance. I just, you know, even this one with its original scales was on a huge sale at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And then, of course, I didn't mind it. It had the rust color Grivery scales, but I thought this looked so much better with these yellow, kind of like yellow coppery aluminum scales from Flytanium. And it makes it such a stronger knife because there's no flex anymore, you know. You're not a Gibson SG. That's fine. I have a not a Gibson SG over there. That's kind of a cool looking guitar. You know, nothing wrong with a not a. Yeah, William. You know, it's funny. I started out with a clone Benchmade, and that's what made me want to get the real one because it felt really good in my hand. It felt really good. You know. I have 2 extra sets of Benchmade grips that I got in a grab bag from Flytanium. I've got a set of carbon fiber grips and I got a set of titanium grips. And I keep saying I want to get another couple of Benchmade so I can do the swap outs, but it's not worth it. You know. Hold on one second. Let me get my not a Gibson SG. Watch yourself. Good kitty.
He's not leaving the room. So
No.
He's going to. We have to rearrange some things.
Some. Like everything. Oh. So this is my not a Gibson SG. This is actually a Glen Burton. You know, set neck. Sounds amazing. You know, and I love the colorway on this. But, yep. So I've got a not Gibson SG as well. For when I'm feeling Black Sabbath or every hardcore band from New York. But
Sabbath was a good show. I saw them. I saw them during the reunion with Ozzy. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
So I'm back. You know that guitar does match the kazoo. It's the same color as the kazoo. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'll just have to start a kazoo band. Yeah, exactly, Shay. I'm not a guitar snob whatsoever. I've got everything. Literally everything.
Less of everything than we used to have, thank goodness.
But yes. Oh.
It's very cool, William.
I'm like 78.
Yeah.
Wow. I was still too young to go to concerts then. I was listening to the music though.
I was 6. So.
You know, it's funny. Washburn had a run where they were really hot in the guitar world, and now nobody seems to gravitate towards them, which I don't understand why. They make great stuff, you know, especially the Nuno Betancourt series. You know, an N4 is just an amazing guitar. I had an N2 back in the day that I got rid of. It was kind of cool. It was a weird color green. It wasn't a olive green, but it wasn't like a fluorescent green. It kind of fell somewhere in the middle, like it was like a pea soup kind of green. It's the best way I could describe it.
Okay.
So, and it was really cool. Yeah, Fred. You're right. I mean, I've got, not they're not flippers, but I've got, you know, my 2 custom made Aries knives, which I love. you know. And I felt that was better money spent than buying some of the Benchmade fixed blades. You know, because I got to choose the materials and the way exactly I wanted it to look. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to know anything about musical instruments. We have all types here, so we're good.
Don't worry, Fred. In this new world of music, you don't need to know anything about music. You just produce music with AI. There's a number one hit right now on the country charts that is completely AI generated. And I forget the name of the band. It's complete, and there are no real people. It's totally AI generated.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah, and there's like a top 40 hit right now that's a totally AI generated. It's become a thing. Nice, William. I actually just sold. I sold my over the summer. I sold my Kirk Hammett ESP. As much as I love the guitar, I wasn't using it, and I turned it into a lot of cash. So there are certain guitars which I have that they became more of, you know, we call them safe queens in the knife community. They become basically case queens, you know. I've got, yep, that's the Glacier. I have that one. And then I bought it again this year because they now have it with the green scales. They changed those white ones to green. I had another white one that I dyed the scales purple, but I sent one off to one of the people in the channel was telling me they would love to have one, and I said, well, I was like, I have one, an extra one, but I dyed it purple, and they were like, are you kidding me? Purple is my favorite color, so I shipped it out. It's true. You do only live once. You only die once too, theoretically, unless you believe in reincarnation. Then you can die and live multiple times. Yeah, definitely. Shay, I
What are
had
you
those
doing?
in my
Do you want
I
to?
had those in the whatchamacallit, in the Kirk Hammett, and I also have them in a Schecter that I have. They sound great, but I will say one thing. You can get all kinds of crunch out of them. But if you're going for like warm sounds, you'll never get that warmth out of them. They sound great if you're playing distorted music, but they sound very sterile. It's hard to describe. Nice. Martin acoustic, very nice. Wyvern, when I lived in Pennsylvania, I lived in the Poconos, and I wasn't far from the Martin factory. And one of my buddies worked for Martin. Every Christmas time, they had the opportunity to buy a Martin, basically under cost. They had it one time a year, and the idea was they weren't allowed to sell it. They had to keep it. So my friend bought one and gave it to me. Technically, he didn't sell it, but that's the only Martin I've had. And eventually, I sold it. I'm not I'm not big into acoustic guitars. I have three of them. I have my friend Steve's Tacoma that I've had for years and years and years. I have an American-made Ovation from when they were still made in Kalamazoo, and then I have um, a Daisy Rock, which they made for females or people with small hands. I literally got it. Alto Music in New York had ordered hundreds of these things, and they got stuck with all of them because nobody was buying them. They literally clearanced them all out for $20. I bought four electrics and one acoustic. I gave away all four of the electrics as gifts. I gave one to my niece and nephew. I gave one to my friend's daughter, and then I gave one to a guy I worked with, who's actually using it now. And he does musical theater down in Florida. He retired and he does musical theater down in the Florida Keys. And he sent me a picture middle of last year. He's like, "Hey, remember this guitar you gave me?" He goes, "Here I am using it on stage," which was kind of cool.
That was
Rob.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he moved down to the Keys.
Well, yeah, what happened was his parents had passed away.
Okay.
And he inherited the house and he sold it, and he was like ready to retire. And he inherited a lot of money from his parents because his dad was a doctor.
Okay.
And he just decided I had enough. So he was old. I mean, Rob is in his early 60s.
Okay.
So he took the 62-year-old retirement and decided I'm moving down to the Florida Keys.
Okay.
And he's been there ever since, and he's loving it.
Good. Good for him.
You know.
I feel like a lot of people go through a guitar collecting phase. But the 24 that you had is nothing compared to what he had.
At one point, there were 48 guitars. Let's just try to do the quick math. There's 1, 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 right there. 25, that one just needs to be put back there. So that's 25. And there are like another 6 in the closet. So
30.
31.
31.
Yeah. So there's still 31 guitars. I sold a bunch in the last year or two. But there's still a lot. So, and amps, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, and 1 in the storage unit.
Only 1 in the storage unit?
1 in the storage unit.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a guitar in there. So actually 32 guitars, and what did I just count? 15 amps.
Don't know, I wasn't listening.
15 amps and over 200 pedals.
Yeah.
So
the pedals are what drive me nuts. There's like...
Oh, I could just reach down and grab pedals. Pedals are everywhere. You know. Pedals are everywhere.
There's bins underneath our futon that have pedals in them that just...
There's just pedals. If you name a pedal, I either have it or I've played it. So, and that doesn't include my rack system, because back in the late 80s and to mid 90s, people weren't really using pedals. Everybody was using rack systems. So I have a whole rack system. Yeah, Fred, I know the people, the custom knife makers in our community, and I know a few outliers that people in our community have, got me turned on to. And only person I know who does custom folders is Donnie Bless. So.
A positive grid? What's a positive grid?
Positive grid. Positive grid. The people who bring you the mini spark and the tiny spark and the larger spark. Yes, so I missed who mentioned positive grid, but yes, I have positive grid. William, yep. Wait. I just saw. It just flew by.
Who?
Newer Ham Radio Elmer. Hello there. Yeah. Newer Ham Radio Elmer. Can I just call you Elmer? It's easier. But I am all about amps. Yes, I can yes, I can use plugins and whatnot and record direct. I still like the sound of a good amp. Although I'm not one of those tube amp snobs. I have both. I have a mixture of solid state amps, tube amps, hybrid amps. Like my Marshall right here is a hybrid. It's solid state power section, but tubes in the preamp, which it's kind of one of my favorite combinations because they have a tendency to be more reliable when you're taking them on the road and traveling. You know, they're not as finicky as tube amps. Mm-hmm. Then I have a triple rectifier over there. You know.
Mm-hmm. Rachel Jordan, be safe going home. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Here. Definitely. And if you get a chance, come in on Sunday night. Sunday night I'll be flying solo because she'll be in bed, but, you know, we had to have Misadventure here tonight.
I don't have to work tomorrow, and he went on earlier, so.
There you go. So we've got 10:05 on the clock. Mm-hmm. So we'll hang out for a little while. Now, William, do you have a combo amp or a head and cabinet?
It's good, Fred.
Sam Morrish made knives. They make great custom folders. That's good to know. Michael, that I've never really heard of them before. Sam Morrish Made Knives. I'll have to check them out. Oh, okay, William. Excellent. Yeah, I forgot to let him know that I was going on tonight for knife tube schedule. So I actually kind of decided this at the last minute. Still not sure if I'm going to do that 24-hour marathon show on the first going, midnight on the first going into the second. Have not made up my mind yet. I want to. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I physically can do it. So, Terry, what's up? 1931 Leather Works.
Yeah, it's that song, Last Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. That song, I don't know if you've ever heard that one, but it was like a thing in the 80s. And then somehow it's developed into this game. I mean, so there's Whamageddon and Mariah Apocalypse. If you hear the Mariah Carey song, then you're also out. I've just added that one recently, but I think like I was out of Mariah Apocalypse like the very first day because that song is everywhere.
Oh.
It is.
I know. Well, at work, all I did was go to avoid hearing Wham. I wanted to play Christmas music. All I did was pick out 50s and 60s music Christmas lists.
Okay.
So, and unfortunately, they still got me.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like I said, you made it like right to the end. So.
I know, but geez.
I know.
That happened about noon.
I know.
I was only 12 hours away.
You're still mad.
That one hurt. Mm-hmm. With any luck, Martin has a big bruise on his arm.
But we're not bitter. We don't hold grudges.
No, not at all. But I can forgive Martin because he's very naive about things.
Right. It was really Larry.
It was
who was
Larry,
the instigator.
My buddy Larry. You will pay, Larry. You will pay.
I don't know, Fred. The game is called Whamageddon. So I'm not the one who created it.
Yeah, there's actually a website for it. You can just Google Whamageddon.
Yeah. It's not that we don't like him. It's just that it's just a fun thing to try to see. It kind of helps you kind of like pay attention to surroundings and that sort of stuff. I like that song, but I also like to challenge myself to see if it's something I can avoid.
Wyvern, you weren't out of it because cover songs are allowed. Like you could hear it in a cover song. You could even hear it in a remix. It's only hearing the original song that you're eliminated. So if like you hear David Bublé, or I think that's his name, doing a cover, Michael Bublé doing a cover of it, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just you can't hear the original Wham version. Mm-hmm. If you do, you're sent to Whamhalla.
Yep. Hi, Salvo Zen.
Salvo Zen, welcome in, my friend. I don't think I saw you come in before.
And Baptism just came in too, I think.
Baptism, hello. Glad to have you guys here. It is. Bob, you weren't here before, so you get to see it again. This is my Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas shirt. I also have a alien themed ugly Christmas sweater shirt. Mm-hmm. And then of course I have a Grinch shirt. Mm-hmm. I have one that looks like a Santa Claus suit, and it has a round button on it that says, "Does this suit make me look fat?"
Hi, Kodiak Edge.
Then I also have a great shirt, a Seasons Beatings shirt that I got from Pro Wrestling Tees, and it's got whatchamacallit, it's got the Grinch having Santa in a leg lock, and it just says Seasons Beatings. Mm.
Yeah, we know it's backwards.
BFE Ranger, hello there. How are you, buddy? Merry Christmas to you as well. Glad you could stop by.
Hello, hello.
Absolutely, Michael. We appreciate everybody in this community. This community is such a good place. You know, I've been part of the guitar community. We've been part of the paranormal community, and they're not the same. They're not the same.
No.
Everybody here is like kind to each other. We all help each other out. You know, we come together when people are in need. We celebrate our wins together. We, cry over our losses together. It's been a really great community to hang out in. You know, even for people who aren't into knives. I mean, we have some people here who didn't start out into knives and actually wound up being into knives because they like the community so much. You know, and that's kind of cool too. But yeah, it's always a great hang with everybody. James McCann with the super chat. Thank you so much, and thank you for your kindness. Thank you so much, James. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we haven't gone on our Christmas light tour. What they do there's a Facebook page for our county. There's a Facebook page, and they actually put out a list of the best houses to go visit with their addresses. So that way you can program it to your GPS and just go from house to house to house. We did that a couple of years ago, and it was awesome.
That was fun.
So we may have to do that maybe over the weekend, you know?
Sure. That's fine.
Or even tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But
Fred, thank you for coming, and, I hope that you have a fantastic holiday, and...
Thank you, Fred.
We'll see you soon.
Appreciate you coming in.
Sorry. I kicked it.
That's okay. But, yeah. Shay, when are you going on live next?
Wait, did I miss something? What's scary? Stephen Parks, what's scary?
Old Man on the Ridge. Merry Christmas, my friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Saturday, 12:30, right. Gotcha. Now, Shay, you know what happens on Saturday? I come hang out with you, but I follow you on my phone generally, and then I'm watching Big Red when he goes on at 1 on my screen. So I'm watching both of you guys. And that's basically what was happening yesterday, too, when you were on.
Whose address is just being posted? Did I miss something?
No, no, Stephen. They don't just they don't. The people volunteer.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, no, they just don't post it like like randomly. The people who want people to come to their houses to see the displays, they volunteer their names and addresses, not their names, but their addresses to be on the list. So it's not like anybody's getting doxxed or anything. They put together a list because it's basically a tour, a driving tour that you take. And a lot of them are so advanced now. What you do is you pull up and they actually have a radio station broadcasting so you can tune in and the music's synced with what's going on with their house. It's really cool.
There was one the last time that we did that a couple years ago. They had a micro version of Home Alone playing.
Yeah, what they did was they took like Home Alone and Die Hard and they condensed them down into like short, like almost like trailers, so to speak, which is highlights. And then they had music playing and they were projecting it on the side of a house, as well as they had everything else lit up. And the way it would work is that it wasn't just like a static projection, like just the images in one spot. No, all the characters, everything moved. They were all animated around the house, moving up through the floors. They would even appear like inside the windows, and then all of a sudden on the side of the building. It was probably one of the most amazing displays I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, Steve, they're not just throwing out, people's addresses. No, the people volunteer because so many people put these huge mega displays up,
Merry Christmas, Ginger Fisher. I saw somebody else too. Gnarly
Charlie.
Hello.
Ginger Fisher, welcome in, welcome in. Glad you guys are here. But yeah, some of those light displays are amazing. Then we have a house that's near us that probably puts up, I want to say, 300 inflatables all around the house. You know that one house? It's on the side.
Do.
That's going like on the hill.
Yeah.
You can't believe. I don't know how much money they have invested in these inflatables, and they have them for like Halloween, and then they change them over for Christmas.
They have like an acre of property. It's like they have like acres of these inflatable things, and it's like every inflatable known.
Yeah,
I think they purchased.
I think whenever a new inflatable comes out, they just add it to their collection. Where the hell they store these things when it's not in season? They probably have a garage behind or a shed behind that house just for those inflatables.
Or basements or whatever. I mean, that house is kind of big.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, they go all out, But the inflatables don't really thrill me as much. I mean, it's kind of cool that they've got so many because they invested a lot of I don't know how much electricity they're using running, 300 inflatables between the lights. And then it's not just the inflatables. They do lights and they do other stuff, and then, it's amazing, and all the wiring that has to go on.
Yeah, I know.
So that's impressive. But the inflatables are like, okay, you bought inflatables and you blew them up. Some of the other stuff where they've actually they've hired companies to fashion videos for their homes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We have a few of those around us, Terry. We've got, one thing we have that's really cool, that's been a tradition in our town. There's a house on Route 23, which is basically the main highway that goes through Sussex County, or the main road, I should say. And this lady's got 3 3-foot penguins, 3-foot penguin statues, and she changes their outfits every holiday.
She doesn't live there anymore.
No, but somebody's still doing it. Whoever moved in must have made a deal with her because she sold the house.
Yeah.
And they're still decorating the penguins. So like on Veterans Day, they'll have little army helmets on. On, Christmas, they'll have Santa hats and that sort of thing. Or they'll have pilgrim hats around Thanksgiving, and they decorate these little penguins. It's kind of cool. But yeah, no, we have by us one house that has that big giant, whatever that is, 20-foot skeleton. And then they've got the matching dog that goes with it. And they put costumes on them for the different seasons.
There's somebody on my way to work that has that 20-foot Jack Skellington that is right now dressed up as Santa.
Yeah. Those things, I think those things are really cool. I would have a set of those skeletons on either side of our property,
Yeah.
you know, but we live in a development, so we can't.
Yeah.
Hey, Blue, I have to, whatchamacallit, I forgot all about the patches. I'll talk to you on Instagram about that. I forgot all about those. Sorry. I just remembered now. It's been crazy with with the holidays, even though, but, and I do appreciate those. Blue, how's Twisted Sis? Hope she's doing okay. Tell her we said hello.
Shay, that's what this one house by us does. They leave the skeletons up all year long. I mean, I think I've seen it dressed up in baseball uniforms, football uniforms. At one point, it had an umbrella because it was walking the dog. I mean, like they go all out with this. And then on my way to my sister's house, there is a family that has a skeleton sitting on top of their mailbox that they dress up. When it's Easter time, it's got bunny ears for the start of baseball season. Unfortunately, they're Mets fans. So they do that sort of stuff. But right now, it's dressed as an elf for Christmas. So.
Oh, wow. They painted a 6-foot tree stump in his front ear for over 20 years. Wow. That's kind of cool. Oh man, there's a farm by us because we live basically in Sussex County. If in New Jersey, Sussex County is basically mostly farmland and mountains. So we have a farm nearby, and what they would do is take the hay bales and they would paint them. They would paint them as they would stack them and paint them as the minions, or they would turn them sideways and paint who's the green one from Monsters Inc.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski with the one eye and green. They would paint them sideways and add arms to them. There's a lot of people out there. One with a lot of energy because I don't have that much energy. I have the creativity. I don't have the energy.
Right, Terry. I thoroughly appreciate.
Yep,
that.
Shay. Mike Wazowski, correct.
I'm lazy.
Terry does some amazing leatherworking.
Oh yeah.
Yep. In fact, after the holidays, he's gonna make a sheath for me for one of my knives.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Cool. Bob, I'm right there with you. Baptism. Somebody tells me I can't do something, that's all I want to do.
It's not so much because of the community, for the community guidelines, but we have neighbors too, and we get along with our neighbors, so we don't want to rock the boat,
Although some of them I think would appreciate a 20-foot skeleton.
Like Laura would. Laura would appreciate anything we did out there, but I don't know about some of the other people, so no reason to rock the boat. We get along great with our neighbors now. Now that the witch is gone.
Yes.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
I heard nothing.
Yeah, well.
Just us and 50 of our closest friends.
I will be right back. I have to get something else to drink.
Alrighty.
You keep the crowd entertained.
I will do that.
All right, I'll be right back.
So, let's talk movies, guys. Or friends, are you looking forward to any movies coming out in the next, few months? Because personally, I cannot wait. I don't know if I just hit the microphone, but I cannot wait for Project Hail Mary to come out. We read the book, or we listened to the audiobook when it came out 2021. But it's amazing. If you like audiobooks or if you like to listen to books, I would highly recommend Project Hail Mary. It is science fiction. He absolutely does. So, I mean, I think I would rate his his books, I would rate Project Hail Mary and The Martian, like 1 and 1A. And then Artemis. I wasn't as much of a fan of Artemis. I've only read it like once. But I didn't really relate to the main character. So I think that's kind of why I didn't like it. But I mean, I really don't relate to scientists or astronauts either. So I don't know, but there was just something Jazz was a little flat for me, but that is a fantastic that I'm looking forward to. I mean, we were gonna go see Wicked and then we didn't. But when that comes out on Netflix or wherever it's gonna come out, or Disney or whatever they're gonna do, that is where I am probably gonna watch Wicked. I'm about to read notes from Underground. Shay, what's that? I haven't heard of that one yet. HOA. HOAs aren't for everyone, Terry. I totally get that. They're popping up more and more around us because they are building like townhouses and a whole bunch of like developing sort of stuff. So that's the movie that I am looking forward to most. I've been doing nothing but watching the analysis of the trailers and like all of that, like solely focused. Although we did start one because what we do is we listen to audiobooks in my car while we are running errands and doing all of this stuff. And we just started one called of Monsters and Mainframes. We are like, I don't know, 2 or 3 chapters into this, and I am so curious about where this is going to be. Like, I've wanted to listen to this while I'm not with him. So just a little light reading. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Dostoevsky.
I'm back, and I have a Sam Adams Hefeweizen. Sam Adams Hefeweizen. It's one of their seasonal beers, but pretty good. So, as I was telling you folks before, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians will be playing once we're out of the live stream. This is by far, some people will watch Rudolph every year. Some people will watch Frosty the Snowman.
Peanuts,
that sort of thing. Die Hard. I will watch Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Mick Ranger, hello there.
Hi, Mick.
How are ya? Glad you made it. Oh, Dan Stan, at my job, I work in marketing, and every company that we advertise, whether it be the radio stations, the cable TV, the newspapers, they send us all kinds of cakes, donuts, cookies, all kinds of food throughout the holidays, starting right before Thanksgiving and leading up till just the other day. And I have ate everything under the sun. Tegan, what's up?
Hi, Tegan.
So I'm diabetic. I've been eating, and right after Christmas it stops. But even now, like, I generally don't drink beer anymore. And I was like, I'm gonna enjoy myself during the live. So I literally haven't drank a beer. I think the last time I drank a beer was like 6 months ago on here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, when?
Dina's wedding.
Oh, the wedding is. I forgot about that. I wasn't talking about the wedding. I was just talking about like
I know.
non-events.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, it was Dina's wedding. I had to.
I gotcha.
The good thing is, though, even though I ate like a pig the last month, is I haven't put on any more weight. Haven't lost any weight. I was losing pretty consistent, but the last month kind of just made me peter out. You know.
Yeah, I know. I've been.
Thank you, Bob. Exactly. Wedding beers don't count.
Sure.
You know. Of course, my doctor will say differently, but
Right.
you know, my appointment's not till the 8th.
Okay.
So.
Mine is the 17th. I'm going on that Saturday.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think the 8th's like a Tuesday or something.
Okay.
Something, I don't know. It's a midweek one.
No.
I made it for midweek. I don't remember what day it was. Might be the 7th. I don't know.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
So what's everybody making for dinner tomorrow? We decided on a roast beef. We're making a big roast beef. So, and I got a brand new Dutch oven that I'm going to make it in a Dutch oven. So that's going to be cool. It'll be my first time cooking with the Dutch oven, so I think I've figured it out. Roast beef, awesome. Steak nachos, that cool. Nice 5-pound roast. Excellent.
Mm.
Thanks, Shay. I appreciate you stopping in, my friend. MadYocco, Merry Christmas, my brother. How are you? Glad you're here. So just for you guys, everybody in the community, we all know MadYocco. He's the best. He makes the best hanks. He's the only hanks I carry. So if you look at my videos, I always have his link in the videos, so you can follow those. There's a discount code too if you're making your first purchase. But definitely check out MadYocco's hanks. He makes some of the best out there, if not the best. You know, there are a lot of people who make hanks, but I like MadYocco's.
I see hams. I see a lot of people doing like a beef roast or whatever. So that's
awesome.
Yeah.
See, growing up, I grew up in an Italian. What we would do is every year we would go to we would rotate it. We'd go to my father's side of the family one Christmas, and then the next Christmas to my mother's side. And whichever one we went to on Christmas, we went to the other one on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in a big Italian family, which is my father's side, it's nothing but eating.
Mm-hmm.
You start at like, I don't know, 11-ish,
mm-hmm.
you know, with an antipasta.
Mm-hmm.
Then it moves on to all kinds of, we're missing messages. That's why. Okay. Then we move on from like the antipasta to the salad round.
Mm-hmm.
Then after the salad round to appetizers, you know, whether it be baked clams and stuff like that, and deep fried broccoli, which was really awesome if you've never had it, that sort of stuff. Then the lasagna would come out and the meatballs. That would be another round of food. And then about a half hour later, then you'd have your ham come out and your turkey and your roast beef, and all of them would be out. You'd eat that, and then you'd go for a walk around the block to walk it off. The whole family would get up, let's take a walk, let's walk it off. And then you'd come back and you'd have dessert round number 1. And then after that, there would be dessert round number 2. And then this would go on all day. And then like, you know, probably like 10 o'clock at night, be like, anybody want some leftovers? And it was always like, here, take these leftovers home. When you were leaving, you always left with giant trays of food. Mm. But that's how my big Italian family would do it. You know, tomorrow, prime rib and lasagna. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
We had sausage and peppers tonight.
Yep, we had sausage and peppers. I brought a tray of those home from work because we had a Christmas party last night. and we had a lot of extra food. So we had a whole tray of sausage and peppers left. So I brought those home, and instead of cooking, I was like, we've got sausage and peppers. Made some garlic bread to go with it, and
Mm-hmm.
it was good stuff.
Yeah.
And we still have a lot left over. I don't know if you saw.
I did.
There's a lot.
Have it for lunch on Friday or whatever. No, I'm probably going to go out with Vicky on Friday.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll have it.
I know. My friend is making prime rib tomorrow.
I love prime rib.
Did you see the prices of some of those prime ribs
Oh
when
my
we were
God.
at the store?
Oh my God. I can't believe the price of meats right now. I mean, there were prime ribs that were like $150 in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, really?
I saw one that was $364
Wow.
at the grocery store today.
I missed that one.
Yeah, I know. You would have.
You know.
I would have had to drag you out of the store.
Are you kidding? For that much?
Prime rib is amazing, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for that much, I'm just saying, go out for dinner. Have someone else prepare it.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the inn is open for Christmas.
What inn?
Formerly the Sussex Inn.
Oh, it is?
Now the Early American
Oh,
Tavern.
shit.
Yep. What is she?
She's behind it.
Oh, she goes back there all the time. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes she gets locked in here, because she goes back there and I don't know she's actually in the room.
Gotcha.
That happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
But I came back in like 10 minutes later and she ran right out.
She likes to be in here.
Well, she likes to be in here because there's so much for her to play with.
I know.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
How's everything going, Yocco? I haven't seen you around a lot in the lives lately. I figure you're really busy.
Oh my God, breaking a piñata sounds like so much fun. Actually, that's what I wanted to be for Halloween. I wanted to be a piñata because I wanted to be able to throw candy at people. And it would have given him the opportunity to hit me with a pool noodle. But
one of my best friends at work is Mexican, from Mexico. And he's lived here now for about 20 years. But
are you stuck?
I love joking around with him. So the other day he was asking what foods we were going to have at the Christmas party. And I said to him, I was like, oh man, I was like, we were thinking about you. So we're going to have some authentic Mexican food. He's like, yeah? I was like, yeah, absolutely. We're getting Taco Bell. He looks at me and goes, that's not American food. He goes, that's not Mexican food. He goes, that's gringo food, which made me laugh my ass off.
The honey ham sounds actually good too.
I like a good honey ham.
I'm hit or miss with.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hit or miss with ham. Sometimes I have to be in the mood for it. Ham, green beans, taters, pecan pie. Sounds good. Or pecan.
Oh, that'll be fun, Yocco, to see what you can do, because you're very creative, to see what you can do with the laser. That'll be awesome. My buddy at work, Justin, who I think I showed you guys some of the stuff he's made for me on his laser printer, including like my Zippo, which I'll get out of my pocket. He was laser engraving a lot of stuff for me, but he left and took a new job, so I don't have access to it. But like, he lasered the topo pattern on there and then put my Adventure50 name on it and then put my secondary logo on it. So it kind of made this real unique. But, you know, he made a bunch of stuff. What are we laughing at?
Bob making the jokes. It's great.
Now, Bob Tism, New York strip steaks are kind of an iffy thing, and I'll tell you why. My cousin is a butcher. He's been a butcher for, well, he's actually about to retire now, so his whole life. And he was explaining to me there's no actual cut as a New York strip steak. They could basically use, like, it's a made up term, New York strip steak. So that's one of those things. So a New York strip steak could be very inconsistent because you're not really sure what cut you're getting really, you know. But oh yeah, Dan Stan, Yocco with a laser is going to be a good thing. Going to be a fun thing. Hey Yocco, any update on your knife coming out? Just curious. Yocco, that was coming out from White Mountain, correct?
Nothing yet.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to seeing Yocco's production knife.
Sure.
So, some of the images he had published before, put out before, looked really cool. Is everybody having fun? We still got 42 people here on Christmas Eve. That's awesome. 61 likes. I appreciate that. Everybody with the supers so far and the new members, that's awesome. Definitely appreciate that. You guys are just an awesome, awesome community. Anybody doing a lot of traveling tomorrow? Just curious. We decide we're not going out. We're not spending it with family. We're just staying alone. Just the two of us and the cat. So keep it simple this year. Get yourself together and get something from Mr. Yocco. Well, James, Yocco's got the mystery boxes too, which have that VHS box artwork, which looks really cool. Definitely should check those out. You purchase one of those boxes and you get more of a value than what you pay for it, and there's a chance to win a premium knife. So that's awesome. Yocco, why don't you post your link in there for people who haven't been to your site yet? Oh yeah, like I said, Bob, it's very dependent on where it's cut from. There you go. Double wide EDC. Oh, Yocco, it went away. Oh, there it is. Yeah, check out Yocco's stuff. No traveling. Yeah, unfortunately, I saw the family got sick. That kind of sucks. Yeah, ribeyes are really good. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't think there's any bad steak either. You know, I like London broil. I mean, I like steak. Oh, you know it, Yocco. I don't just say it. I believe in your stuff. So, you know,
I can confirm.
the Yocco wax works great. You know. Mm. back when I was growing up in New York City, we had like old school butchers that you'd walk in and there'd be sawdust all over the floors because of all the spilt blood to absorb it. And it always had like you knew the smell of the butcher because everything was cut fresh right there. It's not like getting steaks at a supermarket, you know? And we actually have one of those type of butchers close to us, you know? She doesn't like the smell when she goes in there.
It makes me gag.
Gotcha.
But
I grew up around that smell, so it doesn't really bother me, you know?
I've been going there since I was in my teens, but it's always...
Definitely, Bob.
Always made me gag. So I actually used to be... Here's my steak confession. I actually used to be one of those people that would only eat a steak well done. Because growing up, my mom would only cook beef well done. Because in her mind, it was thoroughly cooked and we wouldn't get sick. So I grew up with well done burgers, well done steaks, all of it. So it wasn't until I met him, we got married, and then like, I don't know, like a good while into the marriage before I would start eating things medium. Medium is about the least done that I can do. I don't think I could ever do a medium rare or rare, but.
And growing up, I was tortured with nothing but well done steaks because my dad liked everything charred to death. My mom would make hamburgers and they would be so dry and they were hockey pucks, but that's how my dad liked them. And I would look at my mom and go, can't you just make me a medium hamburger? And she's like, I'm not cooking, I'm not a restaurant. You're going to get it the way I get it. I'm like, it's not any extra work. In fact, you're just taking it off like, a couple of minutes before you take his off. I was like, it's not really that hard. And she was like, well, if you don't like it, you could cook. Yeah. So I got tortured with hockey pucks for hamburgers and well done steaks that were like shoe leather my whole life. It wasn't until I was old enough to go to restaurants and start ordering on my own where I would go, give me a medium. And that took a little time to go from well done to medium. And then now I'll do like a medium rare. Right in that area is fine. I also found over the years, you have to know your restaurant that you're going to. Because some restaurants, when you tell them medium, they overcook it and make it well. And in that case, you always have to kind of tell them medium rare. And then you'll wind up getting a medium. But you got to know the restaurant.
So, my ninth journey, actually, in my family, my dad was a better cook than my mom. My dad actually taught my mom how to cook. But because my grandmother growing up, she was an actual cook. She was the head chef for the elementary school that I went to. So we lived with my grandmother at that point, and my mom didn't have to. It wasn't until my grandfather had the first heart attack when they had to move down to Florida that my mom really learned how to cook. Nope, I lied. When they got married, they lived in Florida for 2 years. That's the reason I was born there. And during that time, my dad taught my mom how to cook. But the one thing that stuck was she had to have her burgers well done and everything. So
my mom was actually a really good cook, except for when it came to steaks and hamburgers, because my dad just wanted everything super well done. But I mean, she made the best pot roast I've ever had. She made amazing chicken cutlets. Things like it's just she made some food that was fantastic, whether it be ribs or whatever. But it was just when it came to burgers and steak, they were just basically incinerated.
Well, that's not the fact that your mom couldn't cook them. It was the fact that was the only way your dad would eat them.
Right. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was always funny because the burgers would start out like this big, and by the time you got them on the bun, they were like this small because they were so overcooked.
My mom
and
did
like
that
they
too.
literally, and I would go to my mom, I was like, there's a lot more bun than there is hamburger here.
Well,
you
my
know?
mom's, when they would shrink, they would also puff up.
Mm,
So she would have like the big puffy, round, small, like
right.
this.
You know, and the other thing was, for some reason, my dad liked underdone French fries.
Ooh, no.
And my mom would actually, like, we weren't using frozen French fries. She was cutting them fresh.
By hand?
Yep. And they were always undercooked. And I would tell her again, so take his off and leave mine on for an extra 2 minutes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And no, they were undercooked. And again, it wasn't because she couldn't cook them that way. It was because my dad, for some reason, liked it,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't understand because my whole family owned restaurants. They were all great cooks on my dad's side. But when it came to steak and French fries, his thinking was warped.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip cookies. Nice. Well, my knife journey. By the way, welcome in. I don't think I said hello to you before, but I'm glad you're here. My grandmother on my so my grandmother on my father's side wasn't necessarily a baker. She was an Italian cook and can make any Italian dish under the sun. You know, she was known for it. Like I said, on my father's side, they all owned restaurants, but on Sundays they wouldn't go to restaurants. They'd come to my grandmother to eat because she was the one who made the most authentic Italian food,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to the restaurant style food that everybody else was serving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and on my mother's side, because my grandmother, my grandmother, she was German and Polish.
Mm-hmm.
So she made the most awesome German and Polish food,
Mm-hmm.
but she was the baker. She would make every Christmas, she would make, I'm not even kidding, it was probably about 1,000 cookies, like 20 different types of cookies.
Mm-hmm. We did that too.
She would make pies. She would start like at Thanksgiving and just keep making
Mm-hmm.
them. And we had this pantry, and the pantry just had these big giant Tupperware tins, bins
Mm-hmm.
of cookies.
Yeah.
And like every day she'd like go get another bowl of cookies out and refill it because we were always eating them.
That was my great grandfather. He would make these. We were also German on that side, and he would make these anise flavored cookies. I've told you
Oh,
about
yeah,
them
yeah.
before. They, in order for them to stay, because he would start to bake them in around Thanksgiving, and then he would give them for Christmas. They're my favorite cookie of all time. I love those cookies. And unfortunately, I can't find the recipe anymore. But they would actually be hard. So you would have to dunk them in tea or something in order to soften them up so that you could bite into them. Love those cookies. But he would start them in Thanksgiving. And like by the time you got to their house, if you were up there on a random weekend in like early December, there would be like bins of those things stacked up. I love those things.
Venison heart tenderloin.
Mm. Mm.
Right. Definitely Old Man on the Ridge. Now, Robin, yeah, I cook a lot in the crock pot because I like to set it up, like you said, I like to set it up before work and then have, especially in the wintertime, then have it done piping hot when you get home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be sometimes some real hearty soups or pot roast, or basically so much you can cook in a crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, chicken and dumplings in the crock pot come out really good. I'm a big cook. I like to cook. So she'll tell you, I can cook pretty much anything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been lucky because of my job. I've worked with a lot of chefs and been taught how to cook a lot of things. Like every time I would go for training and I'd work with chefs, I'd come home and she'd be like, all right, what are we having now? So
I can cook. I don't like to cook. So
that's true.
Since he likes to, ladies, get yourself a man who cooks. It's fantastic. Yeah, so he did. Actually, one of my coworkers is doing the 1,000 Fishes thing tonight because with his side of the family, his family is Italian, and he's doing like the whole thing. We actually spent like 2 hours yesterday talking about all the things that he was doing. So.
SC Knife Monkey, my friend, goes out hunting every year for squirrel. He loved, like, I've actually had his squirrel chili, and it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody go to Kodiak Edge. Hold on, Kodiak Edge. I'm going to make you a mod so that way you could share your link and channel. So post your link to the live stream so everybody could go there later. Because it's just about 11. We're going to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have about a half hour. You can go to Kodiak Edge. Mm-hmm. He's got 3 knives to give away. Gift wrap, and see you folks then. Awesome.
I haven't done squirrel or anything like that. I've had crocodile. I've had ostrich. I've had conch. I've had things like that, but I haven't had squirrel.
There's a restaurant in Queens, New York. Actually, it's Flushing, New York, called Greenfields. And basically, they serve all types of meat, whether it be buffalo, beef, rabbit, duck, crocodile, like whatever you could think of, rattlesnake. They have all these different meats. And the way it works is they have on the table a sign that you flip over and you flip back. If you flip it over green, they come over and then they ask you what you want. And say you tell them, I want to try, rabbit. They'll bring you over a dish of rabbit, and they flip it back to red. When you're done that, you flip it back over, and they'll come over and they'll see it and they'll say, what do you want? And you'll be like, oh, I want to try, alligator. And they'll bring you portions of alligator, and you flip it over. It's not cheap, but they have every type of meat, and it's like, it's all you can eat. You just keep flipping that sign over when you want them to come.
Do you remember when we were growing up, the big controversy about Burger King? They were saying that they were using kangaroo meat in their burgers. Like, that wasn't just meat; that was a thing, right?
There was, yeah.
Okay.
There was a lot of that stuff went around that would go around. It wasn't just them. It was,
Right.
McDonald's was using, lab grown fish. It wasn't real fish.
Right.
It
Right.
was that. There's just been a lot of those out there. Most of them are not true.
I saw the kangaroo jerky that Terry was talking about, and that's just kind of what it reminded me of. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But actually, at Sussex Meatpacking, I actually saw they had horse meat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to eat a horse.
No,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
either.
I'm drawing a line. I'm drawing lines at certain things. I've had snake as well. But for me, the snake, it was kind of, it kind of reminded me of the gator. Like, it had that same sort of gamey kind of taste. So.
Oh, that's cool, Robin. Absolutely. I would try everything but seafood. I do not like seafood.
I know.
The only thing seafood that I'll eat is occasionally fried clams. And that's because they're deep fried and basically you're just tasting the breading. And baked clams. I like baked clams. And that's because my grandmother would make the baked clams every Christmas, and then there'd be breading on top. They were baked. And then you squeezed lemon on it and you ate it. And honestly, you didn't taste the clam. All you tasted was the breading. So, but that's really all I would eat seafood-wise. I just don't like it.
I eat salmon occasionally. I like
No,
that.
I know you do, but I
know.
And I did eat salmon when I was at training the last time because
I know. That really pissed me off.
Well, what was I gonna do? I mean, we were cooking it, so I had no choice but to try my own food that I made.
I know. Palmer, when we go fishing, we are catch and release.
Yeah, and we do fish a lot, but yeah, I'm catch and release. I just don't eat fish. So.
I can see that, Terry, how you would you'd be kind of grossed out once you found out it was kangaroo.
There you go. All right, folks, it is just about 11 o'clock. We're going to sign off. Thank you so much for coming in and being with us here on Christmas Eve. I love my knife family. You guys all know it. I keep saying it. This community is the best. If I could, I'd give you all a big, giant group hug. Everybody have a great Christmas. Be safe if you're traveling. Eat too much. I encourage that. It's Christmas, you know. So, all right, folks. I love everybody in this community. You guys are really the best. Thank you for the new memberships. Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate every one of you. So, have a great night. And I will see you all on Sunday night. So until then, as I always say, until we meet again, keep your blade sharp. Good night, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.